In our previous video, we covered the story of Xiao Yan defeating Xiao Ning and the Xia clan's coming-of-age ceremony with his overwhelming strength. In this episode, Xiao Yan will be challenged by Xiao Yu, a 3-star doju. How will he handle her at only 8 stages of doji chi? Furthermore, Xiao Yan and Xiao Xun'er are about to enter the Xia clan Skill Pavilion. What kind of chi techniques will they obtain? Hey everyone, HKD here. Today we're exploring the Battle Through the Heavens novel to cover epic scenes, the anime skit. Let's dive into the full, uncut story of the BTTH universe. The anime skips some content to rush the plot, so I'll use the manhwa to ensure you don't miss any novel details. Xiao Yu suddenly leapt onto the arena and barked at Xiao Yan. Xiao Yan? You injured my brother, and now I am challenging you. If you're a man, you'll accept this. Xiao Zhan shouted at her, Xiao Yu, get off the stage. You cannot act recklessly during the Xia clan's coming-of-age ceremony. Seeing Xiao Yan being challenged by Xiao Yu, Xiao Xun'er also stepped onto the arena. As doji quickly gathered in her hands, she said with a smile, how about Xun'er accompanies you in a fight instead, sister? Xiao Yan said to Xiao Xun'er, it's fine, Xun'er, I've got this. But before the fight could even start, it was interrupted by Xiao Zhan's roar of anger. Enough of this, haven't you people embarrassed yourselves enough already? This is the Xia clan's coming-of-age ceremony, show some respect, all of you, get down from there. The three of them had no choice but to temporarily end the conflict. In the original novel, it was actually the second elder of the Xia clan who put an end to this farce. Xiao Zhan announced that because Xiao Ning used the amassing strength pill during the challenge, he had violated the house rules and was sentenced to 1 month of solitary confinement. For failing to properly discipline his grandson, the first elder was also sentenced to 3 days of confinement. Those who pass the test will enter the Skill Pavilion in 5 days to select their chi technique. With that, the coming-of-age ceremony is officially over. Yafei remarked with emotion, it looks like a truly legendary figure has emerged from the Xia clan. Xiao Xun'er praised him, you were amazing, Xiao Yan, you took care of that Xiao Ning in no time. Xiao Yu walked over. Xiao Yan was already fed up with her behavior, assuming she was back for another fight. To his surprise, however, Xiao Yu simply threw out a few parting threats and left. Xiao Yan complained, those two siblings are exactly the same. Just then, Xiao Mei walked over. She invited Xiao Yan to go to the skill hall with her tomorrow to study those skills. Before Xiao Yan could even turn down Xiao Mei's invitation, Xiao Xun'er, who was standing beside him, intimately and naturally linked her arm with his. With a smile, she declined for him, saying, sorry, Xiao Mei. Xiao Yan has already promised to go shopping with me tomorrow. Xiao Xun'er looked at Xiao Yan with a smile and asked, right? Xiao Yan smiled back and replied, yeah, that's right. Feeling awkward and out of place, Xiao Mei stammered, in that case, I won't bother you then, it's just me. Xiao Yan pulled a long face and said coldly, oh, is there anything else? No, nothing, goodbye. Disappointed, Xiao Mei had no choice but to give up on her invitation to Xiao Yan. In the original novel, Xiao Mei inviting Xiao Yan to the skill hall actually happened during the preliminary test, 1 month before the coming-of-age ceremony. As soon as Xiao Yan revealed that his strength had returned, Xiao Mei immediately invited him to study those skills together. Xiao Xun'er even complained about it, saying, I just don't like how quickly she changes her tune. Hey, an invitation to study those skills together. That's something that never happened before. 3 years ago, Xiao Yan treated Xiao Mei like his own biological sister, and his attitude toward her was probably similar to how he treated Xiao Xun'er. But later, when Xiao Yan's strength dropped to 3 stages of doji chi, Xiao Mei stopped hanging out with him. She wouldn't even say hello when they ran into each other. On the contrary, Xiao Xun'er stayed by Xiao Yan's side the entire time. After enduring 3 years of mockery and cynicism, Xiao Yan has been through a lot, so he absolutely despises overly pragmatic people like Xiao Mei. Xiao Yan said helplessly, you silly girl, I was going to turn her down anyway. I didn't expect you to. Xiao Xun'er said with a playful pout. Humph, I was just trying to help you out. The thought that the coming-of-age ceremony was finally over, and he could finally relax, made Xiao Yan feel incredibly happy. Today is the day when the Xia clan members, who passed the coming-of-age ceremony, enter the Skill Pavilion to select their chi techniques. Xiao Zhan announced the rules. Each person can only choose one chi technique that matches their own attribute, and everyone must come out 2 hours after entering the Skill Pavilion. Xiao Zhan gave a stern warning. No chi technique may be taken away from the clan, or you will face severe punishment. Xiao Yan chuckled to himself, thinking, who would even plot to steal these Huang-class chi methods? After all, the highest level of chi method in the Xia clan Skill Pavilion is only at the Huang-class high grade. After having the clan members test their dou chi attributes, Xiao Zhan instructed them to enter the corresponding passages inside the Skill Pavilion according to their results. After Xiao Zhan announced the start, he assisted in testing the clan members' dou chi attributes. Finally, it was Xiao Yan and Xiao Xun'er's turn. Xiao Yan placed his hand on the crystal ball used for testing dou chi attributes, and the sphere radiated a dazzling red light. Xiao Zhan told Xiao Yan that he possessed fire attribute dou chi and whispered a mysterious location to him. Without a word, Xiao Yan instantly got the message his father was pulling some strings and secretly revealing the exact spot of a chi technique. Xiao Zhan then asked Xiao Xun'er to test her dou chi attribute as well. Xiao Xun'er's dou chi caused the crystal ball to erupt with an even more dazzling red light, and cracks began to spiderweb across its surface. Both Xiao Zhan and Xiao Yan were absolutely shocked by the sheer intensity of Xiao Xun'er's dou chi attribute. Yao Lao's voice echoed in Xiao Yan's mind, such pure fire attribute, it's a pity she doesn't have a wood attribute within her. Otherwise, she would be a natural-born alchemist. Xiao Yan remarked with emotion, Xun'er's talent is truly terrifying. After greeting Xiao Zhan, Xiao Xun'er prepared to head into the Skill Pavilion with Xiao Yan. At this moment, Xiao Zhan sighed to himself, Xun'er is such a wonderful child. Not only is she kind-hearted and beautiful, but she's also gifted with extraordinary talent. She is countless times better than Nolan Yanran. How wonderful would it be if I could have a daughter-in-law like her? Xiao Xun'er, who hadn't walked very far yet, instantly blushed the moment she overheard those words. Clueless as ever, Xiao Yan asked, Huh? Xun'er, why is your face suddenly so red? Put on the spot by his question, Xiao Xun'er's face turned an even deeper shade of crimson. She hurriedly replied, It's nothing, it's really nothing. The two of them entered the Skill Pavilion. Xiao Yan turned to Xiao Xun'er and suggested, We're both fire attributes, so let's stick together. They headed toward the room location that Xiao Zhan had secretly revealed. Along the hallway, many people were fiercely attacking the transparent light curtains guarding the rooms. When Xiao Xun'er arrived at the revealed location, she remarked, This light curtain is much thicker than the ones around the other rooms. It looks like this is the toughest barrier here. Dou Chi continued to gather around Xiao Yan's fist. He smirked and said, Humph, so what, it's just a light curtain, there's no way it can stop me. He swung his fist with a sudden burst of power, Octane Blast. In an instant, the thick light curtain shattered into countless fragments. Xiao Xun'er clapped her hands happily and said, Xiao Yan, you're so amazing. Xiao Yan laughed and said, Come on, let's go inside and see what kind of chi technique is waiting for us. This chi technique scroll was at the Huang class high grade, the top tier fire attribute technique in the entire Xiao clan. It was clear that Xiao Zhan had indeed put a lot of thought and effort into this for Xiao Yan. As Xiao Yan was carefully examining the scroll, Xiao Xun'er suddenly reached out and took it away. She said to him, If you want to defeat Nolan Yanran, this chi technique is a bit too low level. Then, Xiao Xun'er pulled out another scroll and said, Why not practice this instead? It's a Shuang class high-grade chi technique. But Xiao Yan casually took back the previous scroll she had snatched away and said with a smile, No thanks, this one is fine for now. Thanks, Xun'er, it's not that I'm refusing your gift. It's just that I can get my hands on something even better than yours, Xiao Yan explained mysteriously. In the original novel, when Xiao Yan turned down Xiao Xun'er's Qi technique, he actually struggled internally for a moment. After all, a Shuwen class high-grade Qi technique was something extremely rare and hard to come by for him at that time. It was only after Yao Lao personally gave his guarantee that Xiao Yan was finally able to put his mind at ease. Xiao Yan laughed and said, "Let's go, time is almost up." Xiao Xun'er gave a quick nod, but she thought to herself, "I don't know if you're telling the truth or not, but I'll take your word for it for now." The two of them headed toward the exit of the Skill Pavilion, but the path was blocked by a large crowd. It turned out that Xiao Mei was trying to break a light curtain to get the Qi technique inside, but the strength of that curtain was far beyond what she could handle. The crowd was preparing to combine their strength and attack the light curtain, but Xiao Mei said, "It won't work. This light curtain gets stronger as the number of attackers increases, so a group attack is useless. The 2-hour limit is almost up." "Hey, please move aside, you're blocking the path," Xiao Yan said expressionlessly. Xiao Mei was just about to say hello, but Xiao Yan and Xiao Xun'er ignored her completely and just brushed right past. Xiao Mei's nose tingled as she began to cry softly. She felt a deep sense of regret, thinking to herself, "Cousin Xiao Yan always treated me like his own sister. But after his powers vanished, I started to distance myself and even look down on him. Everything happening now is my own fault." Xiao Yan let out a long sigh. Why exactly did he sigh? Is it possible that Xiao Yan wants to help Xiao Mei, the girl who used to be so close to him, but grew distant and even looked down on him during those 3 years when his Dochi vanished? We'll cover all of this in our next video. Thanks for watching. If you liked the breakdown, drop a like. I'm HKD, bringing you more exclusive BTTH novel content soon. Subscribe so you don't miss out. See you in the next one. Peace.